Welcome to Session 1 of LTEC 654, Programming Games and Simulations. Hello everyone, my name is Dan Hoffman, and I'll be your instructor this semester. If I haven't met you before, my background is in instructional design and media, and I've been involved in the field of education for many years. In fact, I've had the privilege of working with students at every level from pre-K all the way to graduate school. In addition to teaching, my background includes research focusing on the design and development of many different games, simulations, and digital learning environments. My work in this area has spanned across content areas, age groups, and formal and informal settings. Together, these experiences have given me some insight into the complex relationships between digital spaces and learning. So now that you know a bit about me, let's get into the details of LTEC 654. So what's this course about? Well, one way to think about this class is to map the words in the name of the class into a Venn diagram. The first word in the title, of course, is programming, and that is going to be one of our main topics this semester. Now, we can use programming to build just about anything, but our focus is going to be coding games and simulations. For that reason, another part of this class is going to focus on game design. What are the concepts and strategies used to create games that are fun and meaningful to play? Of course, we're going to be doing all of this in the context of a college of education. Therefore, we might want to extend the name of the course to Programming Games and Simulations for Learning. Because of this emphasis, we'll be exploring different ideas and theories about how to design games such that they make good learning experiences. Okay, this is all very high level, but what are we actually going to learn in this class? Well, by the end of the semester, you should be able to do the following. 1. Understand and apply basic programming knowledge and strategy to the creation of games and simulations for learning. 2. Identify, analyze, and evaluate various mechanics and patterns present in existing games and simulations for learning. 3. Identify and analyze the technical specifications of existing games and simulations for learning. And 4. Produce original games and simulations for learning. In order to do all of that, we're going to need some tools. And the tool that we're going to be spending the majority of our time with this semester is called Godot. Now, what is Godot? Well, Godot is a game engine, and a game engine is simply an application that helps people build video games. And specifically, these types of applications support designing, building, debugging, and ultimately publishing different kinds of games. And in order to do all of that, we're going to be focusing on Godot. You might be asking yourself, why Godot? Well, there are a couple of different reasons. 1, Godot is completely free and open source. 2, the Godot editor that we're going to learn how to use is cross-platform. So it doesn't matter if you're working in Windows, on a Mac, or on a Linux computer, the Godot editor will work for you. Thirdly, Godot supports cross-platform deployment. In other words, we can create games for mobile operating systems such as Android or iOS, desktop operating systems such as Mac OS or Windows, and we can also create games that will play in the web browser using HTML5 and or WebAssembly. And finally, I've selected Godot because the learning curve of this game engine is relatively reasonable. It comes with a lot of useful pre-built nodes, and it uses a Python-like scripting language that is very easy for novices to read, understand, and begin to write. And finally, there's an established user base and community, so there's a lot of traction in the video game industry around Godot. Okay, now I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about the course structure. Obviously, this course is online and asynchronous, which means everything will happen online and there is no real-time classes for you to attend. For that reason, we'll be relying heavily on our learning management system, Canvas. So when you first log into Canvas, there's some important information and links that I want you to be familiar with. In the overview module, you'll see 3 things: the course syllabus, the office hour sign-up sheet, and the link to my virtual office in Zoom. If you click on the course syllabus, that will take you to a Google Doc. I encourage everyone to read through this syllabus carefully in the week ahead. It contains a lot of detail about the course and the course calendar. The office hour sign-up sheet also takes you to a Google Doc, but this one you can edit. This is the place where you can sign up for office hours if and when you need them. As you can see here, there are already time slots listed for this coming Monday. All you need to do to sign up is write in your name and let me know which course you want to talk about. This brings us to the third link, which is for my virtual office. Zoom is what we'll use to meet synchronously for office hours. If you're not familiar with Zoom, you can learn more about it at this URL. And of course, to get to my office, all you have to do is click the link on the office hour document or the one shown here in Canvas. Now, another important task for you to work on this week is updating your Canvas profile. Here's an example of a student from a previous class, and you'll notice she has some helpful information in her profile. First, she has a picture, and she has her degree level, her degree program, and cohort year listed. She's also included a little bit of additional information about her background, which helps all of us, and especially me as the instructor, get to know her a bit better. So please take a few minutes to update your profile in this manner. If you are new to Canvas, there are many YouTube videos explaining how to do things. I've linked to one here called Canvas, How to Edit Your Profile. Definitely check that out if you need help in Canvas. Next, I want to talk a little bit about the weekly structure of LTEC 654. Each week will begin on Tuesday on or before 12 noon and will end on Monday at 11:59 p.m. When the materials for each week are released, they'll look something like this. Now, this is just a sample, but let's go through this sample module section by section. The first part of the module is the presentation section, and in most weeks you will have a dedicated presentation video just like this one, which you are responsible for viewing. In the next section, you'll see the readings for the session. Now pay attention as there may be more than one reading, and sometimes the readings will be marked required and sometimes they'll be marked optional. Last but not least, there's the assignment section for each module. The assignment section will have a number of different tasks that you need to be working on during the week. Please pay close attention to each assignment's due date because there can be more than one due date in a single week. The due dates for each assignment are always listed under each assignment's title. Finally, I want to end by sharing a few tips for success in this online asynchronous context. First, please watch the video presentations carefully. You are responsible for the information covered in those videos, so it's a good idea to watch them and take notes. Secondly, it's important that you read the assigned readings and also take notes on what you read. The concepts and ideas in those readings will be helpful as you work on various assignments. For example, when you work on game reflection assignments, it is required that you cite the readings in your reflections. Essentially, I'm looking for evidence that you are able to connect the ideas in the readings to the ideas in the specific assignments. Next, I want to encourage you to plan ahead. Many of the assignments in this course involve multiple steps across multiple sittings, so please don't save them to the last minute. Finally, it is important that you monitor your own understanding in this 600-level graduate course. Learning to program is a cumulative skill, so you need to really pay attention and master the basics, which will set you up for success as the concepts get more and more advanced. At any time you feel like you don't understand a particular topic, just let me know. I'm here to support you in any way I can, and it's my job to help you be successful learning to program. Okay, that's all for our course introduction. I welcome you all to LTEC 654, and I look forward to seeing you in Canvas. Have a great week, everyone.